Alright. Is everything working? Alright, that's working, that's working, that's working. Everything is good. Yep, okay. So, last time, checked back in after the Undercities, Underhive area, whatever that place was called. And now we're going to the Upper Hives to meet with nobles. After doing all the reporting and stuff. Got new people, new things. Met with a rogue trader, which raises many questions about the ending of Rogue Trader video game. But yeah. Where we left off was we were meeting with our rogue trader, got into a firefight with some random idiot and all his goons. Beat the rogue trader and who could kill the most people. No idea why that counts as failed, but whatever. Turn to the governor, resuming primary mission parameters for this location. Oh, so let's actually set up formation too. Yeah, like that. Also, while I'm thinking about it, let's get Becca's club. Which of these is the best? Covert, Bulgrim's Mace, Bulgrim's Mace. Dreaded, Covert, Breaching. Let's go with, Dreaded. Replace the Not Fear Me one. So out of curiosity, did they patch his helmet yet? Nope. Alright, moving on.
Never still for long.
How do you do? Agri Conservatory is serviced by numerous mechanisms, far too many for a typical garden. So it knows all, comprehends all. Good to know. Like this door leads to the technical tunnels under the Agri Conservatory. Loot. Progress your biologist table. Regions on the table are intended for assembling poisons. Good to know.
Be on your guard.
Extrapolating bracers. Whenever at least 3 enemies suffer damage from the wearer's area attack, they must make resistance tests to suffer a critical effect to their torso. Oof. And a shotgun to use said clubs. Air around here smells of rotten machine oil. Yes, reasonable. So, where am I? Where am I going? Chapel, Usher, Docks. And there's Lord Calixus. When will I talk to you? Take me to the main hall, take me to the garden for a statue, take me to the entrance to the chapel. Okay, so basically a quick travel, a fast travel system for this. As you approach, the guardsman grabs his weapon and blocks your path. Halt. This area is restricted by order of his, Okay. Not gonna start a fight. What the crap happened in there, though? I don't think I'm supposed to be able to see in there, but... Holy crap, come back later, I guess. Gosh, may I have a moment of your time? Okay. She didn't expect to pass across again so soon, but towards Tilma looks unamazed. Oh, it's you. Both our mission's success depends entirely on how tonight unfolds. Spare me a little time now, and for the rest of the festivities, you may dispose of mine however you wish. Right, let's walk together. Brief nod, Toma goes right behind you. Away. Who do I replace? I don't want to replace Cog, but he's the most reasonable to replace in this scenario. Oof. I'm gonna have to replace Cog. I'm sorry, Cog. An officer. The ring. Stands up by an ally during the next turn by 5%, and twice those value against their armor for each enemy within their ally's influence. It's a target ally, then both the officer and defense. Officer grants an ally plus 15% hit chance. Your ally gains plus 2 morale. One around the officer ignores distance line of sight when using their abilities on that ally. Let's go with Take Aim. Take Aim is pretty cool. Virginian. Purge the Unclean. Toma kills the enemy target of elimination, his shadow side at the end of his next turn. Shadow side. Whenever Toma's morale should be broken, it is not. Instead, his whole personality changes. Intelligence, fellowship, and ballistic skills are reduced to 1, while strength, agility, and weapon skill are increased by 50. It also gains plus 5 additional MP. On this state, Toma ignores critical effects and gains an additional attack per turn, although he cannot use any abilities except melee attacks and elimination. At the end of Toma's turn, the effect ends and Toma's morale is broken. Around all attacks against target enemy are made with plus. Looks like this bonus is tripled, but its effect applies only to Torma. Active any source that would normally grant morale up to 2 and reduces it instead. So this whole talent here is intended to trigger Shadow Side earlier and then keep it going for longer. That's vicious. It can be hit by allies' area attacks. Also suffers that much for each ally, just each of them. It's made by allies or made against enemies. Range for all non-attacking officer abilities increased +5. That's actually pretty good. That's also granted an ally an extra turn. Target has +2 MP each turn. Means +1 morale at the start of each turn for the rest of combat. When all allies within his influence gain +6% chance to range it. While strategized active displays bonuses apply to melee attacks instead. Summon all allies gain +5 bonus to any non-combat skill he has advanced at least once. First non-attacking ability on the officer turns, cost of their first non-attacking ability is reduced by 1 AP. And dies within character gain +1 morale. Gains an additional heroic ability with Shadow Rise. His ability will held him deck by Shadow Sign until the end of his turn. After that, the heroic state ends until this morale is 70. I think commanding voice or tactical preparation. Let's go with tactical preparation actually. So let's see your character info first. Characteristics, good ballistic and weapon skill, toughness, intelligence, willpower and fellowship are really good. Convictions not listed. Tactical progenium. Thinks his unique background gains that. He also gains that. Mission use elimination. Possesses the dark charisma and shadow side. For every calculation, Toma uses willpower instead of fellowship. +10 bonus to all non-combat skills. So if it would be fellowship, it is instead +10 and uses willpower. Weird that then his fellowship would be so high, but whatever. SR, elimination, bring it down. Get back in the fight. It removes from the target ally all stats effects, damage or time effects are not removed. Restores morale to 0 if negative. The ally immediately gains an extra turn with 2 AP and 5 MP. During this turn, the ally cannot expend combat points. Don't use the same turn and get back in the fight. So get back in the fight makes it to where they can't do combat stuff, but they can move and gain AP. Or bring it down where they gain AP but no MP but can use combat. Okay. Listing Melon to in combat does not stack. Okay. In your current inventory, nice disguise. Black armor, long las, auto pistol, and an axe. Parrot kit and medikit kit. Okay. So I don't think tactical preparation yet, because he doesn't really have enough abilities to make major use from that. So expanding voice, and next will be tactical preparation, and he has more abilities to use. Let's go with that. Bring it down for the Emperor. +2 morale. And that'll make me proud. Officer gains +1 morale for each enemy killed on that turn. Carry on. Also ignores all critical effects. Officer removes all damage over time, status, and broken effects from target ally. Target ally also ignores all critical effects and has morale restored to 0 if it is negative. Okay. Move. Or MP. All their attacks until the officer's next turn. Increase authority for single and precise attacks. This attack also ignores enemy defense. Let's go with carry on, because that actually is pretty nice for getting rid of negatives. Specialization. Medium armor, demoralization, combat morale specialist. Morale specialist seems pretty nice. It also allows me to build him as a fellowship character. Modification. Let's target ally 2 MP in their next move. +15 to all skilled. It's officer or target ally of +15 to all skill tests for 1 round. Attack deals more damage based off of morale. More hit chance based off of morale. Target ally kills him first on the next turn. All lies within the ally includes morale. For 1 round, gains morale. Defense based off morale. If morale is positive. Removing bleeding, burning, toxin effects from target ally. Targets ally by 3. What's that based upon? 2 plus willpower bonus divided by 3. Yeah, might be nice. I'll mark that later. Ally makes an attack against a target that was previously attacked by the character to deal that much. Target's ally damage by that. Increase target's additional. Target deals additional damage. Transfer increased by 10% for 1 round. +5 fellowship. 5 fellowship. These are effectively identical. Let's go to this one for the bonus hit chance, because that can go with take aim for even more hit chance. And then tactical preparation, we'll save that for the next time, though I was hoping to get another ability before then, but whatever. Now let's upgrade some stuff. Let's upgrade diplomacy. Actually, I would like to up awareness, because then that'll give a bonus to everyone else's awareness as well. Actually, no, let's go with diplomacy, so I actually have something to do with diplomacy. Discordance as 0. Oh, crap. Alright. For weapons, you just have a standard long las. Nothing special to it. So let's see here. Any other las gun? Las gun. Las gun. Why am I looking at las guns? Sniper rifle. There's over penetration chance. Less range. Why is this one not in trash? I don't know. But anyways, basically, dreaded sniper rifle or one of these sniper rifles. Let's go with dreaded because it has a higher hit chance. And the dreaded effect. Or should I go with this because it has just more damage? Let's go with one of these to get more damage. No. For this, I think if you're going to go into melee, you should have a bigger melee weapon. A power claymore. Honestly, Shadow's Edge would be kind of cool for you. But, let's keep one of those, but I don't need 8 of those. Okay, here, have Claymore. Pixel. As far as bonus stuff, here's have more fellowship. Nice hat. I guess just have a pair of gloves. And I have some more movement and some melee protection. And here, have some better armor. Nice. Alright. That is a crude mercenary. That's told me a story of how 3 such creatures once dispelled and devoured half an enemy squad before his very eyes. Are all commoners allowed in here? Pontifex Cartius. Who are you? Do I know you? Good question. Are you on my list of people I should be aware of? You are. Where am I going? Oh, apparently here. Someone, just get help. Okay. Pasha. Full companion quests will be added in future versions of the game. Thank you. I guess replace Ebony. What? Magos Biologus, Genitor Biosacramentus. Sacraments. Okay, so actually you're a good person to replace Ebony with. You're a Magos Biologus, despite what the image shows. For every calculation, it uses intelligence and toughness. Wounds are increased by 10%. 10% damage reduction for armed abilities reduced to 0. She has attacks and inflict toxin on her targets, triggering the effect immediately. This effect may be triggered once per turn against each enemy. Increased to strength intelligence, reduced to fellowship, gain more Xenos, and tech use. She can use the test subject of the Thentopologist. Active ability and possesses ginger, biomasteries, and mastery. Until the uncommon target enemy must pass any test to avoid a critical effect or toxin effect with a -10 penalty. For every character uses intelligence and stuff like that. But wait, isn't Medicaid? Yeah, you're a biologist, but your Medicaid is based off of fellowship. That's an issue, I think. Oxid Omnicida. Anyways, Forcible Strike deals more damage than enemy's armor. Have targets that will perform a counterattack. No, attack against the does can be used one time per turn, but can only be used once per target. Marks enemy until the start of the warrior's next turn. They gain that much defense and that much more melee damage. Let's go with breaking armor. Let's crack that armor with you. Talent. You only have talents in offense and survivability. At the start of each turn, Fashi regains 4 wounds. In combat, she removes all critical effect from herself. Ooh. So you don't have anything that allows you to up a Medicaid. Targets automatically fulfill the initial test for every effect played by. He's increased. For toxin. And influence of her target suffers 5 level trigger ultimates. In the afterlife. Masha takes damage. She herself becomes immune to toxins. Let's go with regeneration. It regenerates and removes critical effect. That's really good. Little combat readiness. More mobile. Melee attacks deal 29% more damage to the armor. Oh. Hello! Oh, that's because it's based off of agility bonus instead of strength bonus, but it's a higher multiplier. Part of 0 armor suffered that much bleeding. Okay. Some perception. Increases that. It suffers the trauma. Endure and charge. Two new party members, actually, already. One of them was the, other, acolyte from earlier. He just kind of showed up and said, I'm here on a mission, can I help you? And I was like, sure. So he joined the team. And then someone was screaming for help, so I walked into the place, and there was a Magus Biologist fighting 4 guards. The 4 guards then walked off, and Magus Biologist said there'd be a quest here later, in the full release. And then joined the team. So, yeah. What's her influence? That and then another talent. Oh, venomous blood. That also makes her immune to toxins. Then skill. She doesn't even have any training in Medicaid. She has training in lore Xenos, but that's it? Nothing else? Anywhere? Not even tech use? I may have to swap her out, because I don't think she's actually finished yet. I don't know, I didn't play the Rogue Trader beta. Yes. I know there are stations around and about that allow for swapping party members, so I may need to find one of those. Quartermaster. Hello, have maybe a service. Equipment. Cool, you sell stuff. Oh, sell all junk. Kills an ally with their influence. They both gain that much damage reduction. This is just the stuff that was being sold by Centillion Fusiliers. It's just access to their thing. It's not actually a unique merchant or whatever. Those have been hurriedly repurposed from something else. So scratches in the floor from furniture that was now have been replaced with boxes. Ooh, no. Exquisite MSEC collection could be traded for a small void ship. God damn, that's a lot. Spotter's Lad's pistol. Secret weapon and money.
Reconnoitering.
But commerce with the Baron is getting better than ever. They have opposed to Governor Hacks to open trade with the House of Tia. Gun door. Change warband. Okay, let's nope, not you. You. Let's swap you with Epic. Because as cool as a Magos biologist is, given the fact you can't even use a Medicaid, it's a bit concerning.
Moving.
The guy down here is still complaining about being hot? Yes, the guy down here is still complaining about being hot. Alright, so I was supposed to come back down here and re-meet with Lord Calixus. Hello, I am back. You have returned, and just in time. Lord Calixus produces this chronoff from his pocket. It must have cost as much as an entire hive level. Bro, what? Canoness Marcella, who heads the Order of the Sacred Roses detachment currently acting as part of the Spire's Guard, took on the heavy burden of reviewing the security at the Lucid Palace. She should already have completed the rounds with her sisters by now, accounting the Crest's favor of you. Find out where she is and what is delaying her. It is time to move on to the final liturgy in the chapel. Or shall I look for the Canoness? The seamed warrior was being accompanied by her chamberlain. He knows where she is now. However, he has not been in contact for some time. Perhaps you can use your acolyte skills to find him using the signal from his device. Max pulls a golden comm bead from his ear and hands it to you. Okay, I'll find him. Max looks you straight in the eyes and adds a slight emphasis. The entire reception is running behind schedule. Find the Canoness and confirm them and begin the liturgy.
Keeping my...
Hello, Astropath Izia. The choir master of Scintilla's astropathic choir raises his head as you approach. Izia bears little resemblance to a stereotypical astropath. His tall, broad-shouldered frame lacks the sickliness and frailty so often found in such sorcerers. Psychers, not sorcerers. Nevertheless, the heavy burden of the Psyker's curse has still left its mark on this enormous man. Tight knots of soul and purplish blue veins pulse beneath his pale skin. Vacant eye sockets are covered with an embroidered band. Flash, grant me a moment your time. Zio turns in your direction as if examining you. Intriguing. Tom Zerby is correct. You do bear gleam. What gleam? It is the name for a particular kind of warp trace, invisible to the mundane eye, yet perceptible to any psyker in their proximity. To me, your gleam shines as brightly as the thing I believe left it. Tom Zerby, Lord Inquisitor spoke to you about me? It is true, Larry. His message reached my sanctum several weeks ago. He asked me to take a look at the acolyte who would arrive to safeguard the Invocatum Sanctus. I am somewhat perplexed. What is happening? Forgive this aura of mystery and intrigue. Anton Zerbe is one who prefers to move without fanfare and to keep those who interest him uninformed. The Bastion Serpentist and I are bound by ancient vows. I'm an ally of the Tarantine Cabal, and in these dark times, I wish to be an ally to you as well. Told you what happened to me? In broad terms, the core of this message was that you have been touched by the Tyrant Star, or by the rays of its visible manifestation, the spectral sun. How do you know I'm bored? A little chuckle. Zerby is a formidable sanctioned psyker. He does not care to advertise this fact, but believe me, he had no difficulty discerning the trace of the spectral sun upon you. I was kind of assuming he's a psyker, though I'm kind of surprised this is how it's revealed, with all the hints that were put towards it. She turns markedly pale, and her scalpel claws emits a piercing screech. You and Lord Inquisitor? I cannot say this was ever a secret to me, or to many other sentient psychos within the Bastion Serpentist. At times, merely being nearby is enough for us to sense another psychic curse. There, witness the rise of the Tyrant Storm is bathed in light. I understand. I know Canva's fate. The echo of its agony reached even Scintilla. So it was there that you received the gleam. The psyker turned his head again slightly, as if praising you anew. It's a phenomenon, its trace. It's been observed on those who survived the rising of the spectral sun. In some cases, it faded. Others, it remained until the victim's soul was consumed by the madness induced by the Tyrant Star, or until an untimely death released them. Certainly you're aware of the torment suffered by those exposed to the spectral sun, but do you know that those who did not perish immediately later spoke of strange visions, the message sent to them by the cursed star? Those in the hairs on your neck stand on end. Even though Zia has no eyes, the focused attention of the psykers is piercing with the indirect gaze. Saw something, but I'm not sure what it was. The General's jail is certainly taxing on the soul, and the fact that you bear the gleam confirms that you rank among the witnesses of the Tyrant Star. To be marked by the gleam is a heavy burden. The fact that you have not yet fallen victim to madness, mutation, or a fate worse still attests that the God Emperor's providence watches over you. Perhaps in the eternal struggle of the Tarantine Cabal against the encroaching spectral sun, a special role is reserved for you. Mentioned others were marked by the gleam? Manifestation of the spectral sun does not always lead to instant death. Sometimes worlds are visited by the Tyrant Star survive. Those who endure the wave of madness, rights, mutations, and psychic awakenings that follow its passing live long enough to tell the agents of the Golden Throne what they saw. Or thought they saw. Lucian Callus. Sounds like a Warhammer name. Yeah, oh crap, Phil, shut up. Yeah, thank you for the follow. Also, wow, bot regs are slow. What do you know? The Tyrant Star. Less than your masters. Ask them. Those are Lucian Callus. Nice. Oh no. I'm being judged. Oh yeah, welcome. Thank you for the follow. Listen your masters, ask them. It is enough for me to know that the spectral sun has appeared more frequently in the Collective Sector ever since the coming of the Noctis Eterna. The strange gloom has dimmed his light. The warp across the entire sector has become mortally perilous for astropaths, and the flares of agony caused by the Tyrant Star's manifestations instill monstrous terror in all its subordinates. However, the devastation of Scintilla's astropath choir is but one of the many calamities the warp has visited upon us in recent months. The owl turns away. Choir is incapable of sending a single message. Travel between stars has ceased. Other worlds of Calixus are silent. At times it seems to me that those who manage to reach the sector's capital world are all who have survived the darkness of the Noctis Eterna. Let's return to my duties. Of course, I have detained you long enough. See how I fall silent for a moment. Should the gleam manifest and the Tyranny of the Ball require aid to decipher the visions, please inform me. I have long kept my mind closed to the warp, for it is now a mortal peril. But if the fate of Scintilla hangs in the balance, the life of one sector is an age-long price to pay. Lowers his head in a modest bow. Thank you for our conversation. I'll go, Agent Roll the Throw.
Reconnoitering.
Is she still there? Okay, yeah, she is there, just not marked. Okay. Hello.
I am detecting the offense of obtrusiveness committed against the highest level dignitary of the priesthood of Mars.
Okay. Any other important people to talk to around here? Nope. Played Rogue Trader? Yes, I have played Rogue Trader. Blood and all. Jesus. This guy is still complaining that it's hot. Yeah, I've played Rogue Trader a few times. I've done a the one I streamed in my first playthrough of it was an Iconoclast playthrough. Signals do match. The Chamberlain's combi must be in a different location. Then why am I here?
Keeping my eyes open.
But yeah, I played Rogue Trader, and I was really looking forward to the Dark Heresy one, this game. The beta is a bit lacking, but I mean it's also a beta, so. I should go out in for made of tastelessly expensive materials. Yes, it is a very amazing game. Very good. Tech Priest. Hello, Tech Priest. How are you doing? Anything here I can poke? Touch and valves are entwined with each other in such a way that it's impossible to trace their structure. Cool. Anyways, I'm guessing it's in here I need to go? Well, this person has a comm beat. It is not the correct signal. I could have guessed. Chamberlain Severin's comm beat. Yep, that's an issue. That's not supposed to be there. It's a distinctive signal. It definitely belongs to Chamberlain Severin. Yeah, one thing I really liked about the Rogue Trader game too is how many different paths you could take and do with things. Wait, Lady Olinthin Rep, she was there. She moved all the way to there. People are moving around. This makes it difficult to know where they are. But yeah, all the routes end up in the same place, but it does make the place feel different due to all the different ways you can get there.
Delaying.
Oh, nice. Safety hazard. Study the malfunction.
Effective, as always.
Exposed wire spark at the cut. Someone have sliced through them with a knife. This is beyond your ability to repair. Outside a machine break it. Kick it. Yeah. I've played the Dark Heresy, Rogue Trader, and Only War systems.
Keeping my eyes open.
Oh, hello, Chamberlain. Man in servant's livery is on his knees. His hands are bound behind his back, the wrists secured by a tight knot. Catching sight of you, he begins to whimper frantically, pleading for you to untie him. Examine. In the clever garments and augmented boxes, and this is one of Lord Calix's Murray's and Hax's precious servants. Untie. Well, thank you. What? Like I could have not untied him? Thank you, Master. The man brushes the dust from his clothes, painstakingly smooths out the creases with his palms, and only then draws himself up to his full height. His entire demeanor is of someone making a great effort to retain one last shred of dignity while concealing his fear. Yeah. They are definitely a lot more just go in and shoot things than Dark Heresy and Rogue Trader. I mean, there's still interesting things you can do with them. For the group I play in, Only War is generally used for like more background stuff. Where it's like, oh, there's this war going on in the background. And so to have the players be a part of it, we make an Only War game out of it to fight some of the battles. And then go back to like Dark Heresy or Rogue Trader once enough has been done to progress the war. I haven't really played a super long-term game of Only War. It does have a lot of interesting stuff, but Dark Heresy 2E is definitely more appealing to me than Only War, because it gives more variety in how you can do stuff, especially as a party. What happened to you? Not say, Master. If the Honorable Canoness Marsilia dismissed me, I made my way to tie you to the personal chambers of his lordship, Lord Calix's house. Heard a noise, and I believe I lost consciousness. The man's pale face flushes a red shame. The disgrace of it. Not once in 30 years of service, and now this. Aiming on missing. Chamberlain briskly pats himself down, checking his pockets. He meticulously counts the keys on his ring and carefully smooths out a pick retrieved from somewhere within his garments. For a moment, he looks up at you, his expression fearful. No, sir. Everything is accounted for. And why are you fearful? Servant's not lying to you directly, but judging by the sheen of sweat on his forehead, he is clearly withholding something. His gaze drifts down to the Chamberlain's hands before rising up to meet his eyes. Nothing is missing, but you continue to go through his keys over and over. You're sure the Golden Throne's agents shouldn't know the reason. The man pales so drastically that you are able to make out the cabling of his box augmentation beneath the skin. My apologies. I dare to think it beneath your notice. The keys, they are out of order. All are present, but something's wrong, as if someone had shuffled them. Hiding something. What is it? Oh, okay. So if you have Tuma with you, blah. Yeah. So Tuma will automatically notice it. But or you pass the awareness test. That's when you find the canoness. Do you know where she is? I was escorting the honorable canoness on her inspection of the palace. Part ways at the lift of the spire where the palace chapel is located. That is the last thing I remember. Came to my senses here, bound and gagged. That'll be all for now.
Moving. Tread carefully.
Loot. Don't know why it's a loot for me, but
Mind
it's
your
loot.
surroundings.
Clear a passage.
Be on your guard.
Power node. It's access thin parchment, and you roll by hand. Exude a faint floral scent. Clear a passage.
Resolved.
Oh, I actually succeeded. 7. Nice.
Tread carefully.
I like how it actually focuses the awareness on like movement of the light and stuff. Windrazor, another adultery weapon. Interesting. And a crude item? Whenever a wielder targets an enemy with debuff ability, Yuka attacks this target. Scrawled note. What's an adultery sword and a crude headband doing here? What? This piece of parchment bears words in crude handwriting. But Saint's armpits. It worked. Inside, they're also tidy and pretty around here, especially that counselor up here. The damn sea swallow him whole. I lugged Trunks up to his Crux Plus spire for 3 full turns. Felt my knee crunch, and now it won't stop throbbing. Still, I nabbed what I came for. I won't miss one tiny bundle. Don't you worry, that scrawny little fusilier who fixed me up with the clothes won't be running his mouth. Spires so tall, he's probably still on his way down. Drops on your head, tell him I said hello, you just keep breathing and try not to die. Emperor protects and all that. I never shut up about it here. Cross paths again soon. Is that like someone from the Baron?
At once. Mind your surroundings.
Nope. Oh! Shelves are sagging out of the way of crates and chests filled with ornate household items.
Moving.
Oh wait, I got a new thing for Rockety. What's our current thing? Where is not yet hit. Here, have a headband instead. Yippee, I can now move full speed again. Can I talk to you? Oh, I'm pretty silent, so there's still time for a ceremony. Okay, can't talk to you. Oh wait, Inquisitor Journal. Anything new here? There's Chamberlain opponent's notes that owls keep them mixed up. Oh, okay.
Keeping my eyes open.
Anything up here? Caves creatures, covered in barbs as well. Time for a shield and gaze from such heresy. Skill issue. Door. Yippee. distant treasure of Valgara. Sickly looking youth with slicked back hair looks up from his desk. Yes, yes, fine lord. I've been notified. Start on the Golden Throne to be afforded all possible assistance and granted access to the palace storerooms. Let's not waste time then. Did you know who I am? That was taken care of by Lady Olantha Rathbone. She sent a servant ahead with the note. That's prudent of her. Alright. I can buy stuff from Lucidians. That's a nice sniper rifle. Don't have high enough reputation for it
Always
though.
on the move.
But since in regards to its wedding day, Lord Twix's daughter. That takes me out to the docks. Don't want me right now. Provide you honor of the company and challenge you to duel, you scoundrel. Right now, all I can offer is resistance to attacks. Sure. When you're a coward and you have nothing to talk about, let us in immediately.
Moving.
There's a lot of stuff going on. These luxurious seats are made of genuine leather. Gunslinger leathers. When the wearer performs an attack with pistol, the first projectile deals additional damage to the target's armor. Weapon skill bonus plus ballistic skill? Is that supposed to be a ballistic skill bonus? Because if not, that gets a little stupid. I have to know, Epony, you use pistols. Oh, the door to the chapel is now open. And Olin Rathbone is there. But what's over here?
Never
Can I go this
still
way
for
now?
long.
No. Olin Rathbone, Acolyte. Shadows cast by the candlelight perform their mystifying dance on Inquisitor Rathbone's powdered features. I've been told by members of the Adeptus Sororitas that Kindness and her sisters have departed for the chapel. Considering Marcel's rather foul mood today, I doubt that you will make much progress on your own without having to present your sigil and assert your status. So I'll just lend you my support. Press on a moment to conclude some of my business here. I'm certain that all of it pertains solely to the heretic's capture. Go the next way. So it looks like I kind of get locked into going to the chapel if I go to the chapel, so let's look around first. Which I guess means going to the docks. Nice. Okay. Massive warped metal and crates form an impenetrable wall of wreckage.
No sense in delaying.
Pilot mangled remains undoubtedly belong to Lady Olantha's acolyte. Nothing of value was found upon them. Search the shuttle. A melted vox. Compact vox contains but a single recording. Thick was steady. How will we know when to start? He will signal us. What if he gets caught? Nonsense. We served in the palace for years. No one's caught on yet. Can we wait?
That is beyond anyone's ability.
Only 2 tries and a broken arm. Alright.
Success. Always on the move.
The impenetrable wall has been penetrated. Westeros docks, vanishing into distance, stand ready to host hundreds of vessels and thousands of guests arriving at the Yusuf Palace. Squeeze your crevice.
Tread
Oop,
carefully.
trap. Stop movement. How do I stop movement? Ow. Oh, she's fine. Out the charges.
Keeping my eyes open.
Ogren Bonehead, heavy armor proficiency. Incandescent Ogren armor. The end of the wearer's turn, all enemies within their influence must pass a reflex test with a plus 30 or suffer the 4 levels of burning. Each target affected by shockwave shots suffers -1 morale. Dang. Minor Shrine of the Almond Side, which maintains the functionality of the docks, teams of sailors. Ow. Arvis, having breached the wall, created a massive pile of debris.
Always
Oh,
on the
okay, so I found some Ogren armor. Don't damage the pilot's body. Blockhead the Inquisitor doesn't care if his brains are flipped on the control panel. Have to pull him out along with it. There was some rust and tech. Heresy. Machine gun. Misunderstanding. Curing. Okay, so this definitely seems like a thing. If you came here early, there'd be something to do there.
No sense in delaying.
So you won't talk to me. I can't even click on you. I'm not allowed in there. Guess let's go talk to Lord Calixtus about his missing person. I have a few more questions. Think not. You must find the candidates and confirm that he's supposed to secure in the come and make haste. Received item, Imperial Decree Ring. Master, let me thank you once more for rescuing me. Had it not been for you, I dread to think what might have happened. I would have lost my life, and the worst my employment. I beg of you to accept this modest token of my gratitude. It's been in my family's treasured possessions for 4 centuries. Imperial Decree Ring. Thanks. Do not pester me.
At once.
From the Canoness. Okay, so no one will just even bother talking to me. Oh, here. Diplomacy dude. Have a diplomacy ring.
Never still for long.
Alright, now let's make our way to the chapel. After you, Inquisitor. Come. Okay, to the chapel! I have a feeling this is going to be one massive firefight. Oh no, it's the Canoness. And the Sisters of Battle. Oh no, is that the Canoness? That's a lot of dead sisters of battle. This is an issue. Lady Olin, she's one of the Inquisitors. So she's just eccentric, I guess. So her Rathbone quickly surveys the chapel, her hand firmly gripping the hilt of the sword behind her back. Eventually, her alarmed expression is replaced with grim realization as she gives you the barest nod. Canon and her sisters have left us. I see. A tragic development on the day of the holy celebration. We must prepare the court and the guests for these grievous tidings. Face remains inscrutable, under layers of whitener. What are your thoughts, Lash? Was Candace's death the very assassination attempt we anticipated? Heretics would not have slain members of the Adeptus Sororitas and then crept away in silence. Who have turned the sister's death into a true manifestation of their twisted beliefs. Because honestly, this many dead sisters of battle, like with that plasma pistol there, they didn't even take the gear. So this wasn't like a robbery. This wasn't a mugging. This wasn't theft. This was literally just kill them and leave. This seems like in rush or preparation for something else, not the end goal. So, yeah. Traces of mail content vanished instantly from Lady Olin's there, and her dark eyes turned to stare at you. Whatever it may be, the Candace's death is our first lead of any real substance. We use it to make progress in our mission. Advice to you, Acolyte, before reporting officially, discuss your findings with me. If you uncover the truth behind the Candace's death, and I have no doubt that you will, you must consider exactly what verdict to present to the nobility. The truth is undoubtedly important, but to us alone. You have ample time to weigh up with whose accusation would be most beneficial to the Tyrantine Cabal's mission. Righteous sisters are dead, yet you seem more concerned with the reaction of the aristocracy to the news than the very fact of their demise. Concerns with minimizing the panic and outrage that an enemy may seek to exploit, clearing a path for your investigation. Acolyte. Here in the Spires, every problem acquires additional layers. This greatly complicates things for us. On the contrary, the principal players of Scintilla will see the Canon's death as a pretext to sell spores. Do not hesitate to accuse one another, exposing one another's worst secrets in the process. All that will remain afterward is for you to gather them together and draw the right conclusion. As for me, the nobility are wary of my reach and status as an Inquisitor. Moreover, I am no longer a stranger at the Lucid Palace, and have not been for some time. My judgment in this case could be seen as tainted by bias. Mine, but not yours. You are a new piece on the board. Thus, for today, you shall serve as the voice of the whole orders in the Spires. I will ensure that no rumors circulate through the palace before this tragedy is officially announced. I will also see to it that the guests are occupied and that no outsiders near the governor when you are ready to report your findings here. I advise you to make haste, Acolyte. This chapel is now a crime scene. Search the area, find something, anything that can shed light on the sister's death. We need more than just corpses and a promise of retribution when you make the announcement. The court must understand that the Inquisition is already on the killer's trail, and will await news by the governor's side. May the governor guide you, Large. First glance might seem as Candace Marcilla had simply become lost in prayer. Even in death, her face retains a stern and cold expression. Neither fear nor pain have distorted the features of his faithful servant. The sword is clenched in her hand, it alone keeps her from falling, allowing her to preserve her dignity. Check for external damage. Greenish spots are visible on the deceased woman's face, and in places where her clothes do not completely cover the body. For some reason, the marks only appear on exposed areas of skin. He also knows that Candace's lips are painfully ulcerated. Examine the oral cavity. That remarkable shines on the oral cavity is covered in repulsive wounds, as if from burns. She is poisoned. Examine the armor. Snow White armor is in perfect condition. There are no bloodstains or other such marks on the surface, and the various nicks and dents adorning it only testifies the battle's long past. Hands. Discovered a single unusual detail. The woman's nails have turned blue almost to the tips. Vestments. In addition to a string of prayer beads, an old pocket prayer book, and a flask of sacred unguent used for weapon maintenance, you find a finely crafted compass. This item is clearly expensive and does not resemble the usual equipment associated with battle. A compass bearing a coat of arms with a mask in the center, and beneath them the symbol of the rogue traders. Sister's hand is extended out towards Candace's body. Her fingers are caught in a death spasm, and large greenish spots have appeared on her skin.
The holy orders teach vigilance.
Suspicious servo skull. The machine spirit remains unresponsive to attempts to awaken it. It looms when the servo skull flicker ominously, reacting to the slightest nearby movement. So someone was watching
No
this area.
sense in delaying.
Turns out the surface reveals a faded impression of a book. So someone took a book from here. Muzzle of the plasma gun is melted, as is its power unit, typical consequences of overheating. Inside the walls are filtration systems. They seem to be quite ancient. Ashes from the instance burn. Ashes from this collected in the chapel or the depths. Okay. Broken bottle. The intact neck of this bottle is sealed with wax, bearing the imprint of Inquilla. Traces of ruby red amethyst on the shattered glass exude a tart aroma. Large drops of wax have hardened on the extinguished candles.
Always on the move.
The skin has taken on the greenish hue. Judging by her posture, she was trying to crawl to the elevator. Grills of the floor filters are polished to a sheen, an immediately noticeable recent addition compared to the rest of the chapel. They produce the labored sound of a badly clogged up mechanism. Professionals capable of recording the candid words of the prisoners. It does not appear to have been used much, if at all.
No sense in delay.
Rain key. When the word gains a heroic effect, they gain +2 AP. Cool. There's a lever behind the statuette. Interesting. Several of the pure white steps were melted by a plasma shot. So someone shot up here with the plasma pistol that blew up.
Every failure, a
Richly
lesson.
decorated, ancient-looking sarcophagus. Is someone in there? Port. Flame color is due to the use of Promethean. The body of Sister Battle is covered with a tapestry depicting an unknown saint. Her hands clinging to the fabric bear strange greenish spots. The switch is completely stuck. Found controls the mechanism and adjusts the heights of the tapestries.
Moving. Staying sharp.
Alright, so we got these bravers. Lighting them does what?
No sense in delaying.
Okay. Okay, so it looks like this one. This one. This one. and this one. Blurred Ways Staff. Blur. Target ally within 8 cells gain that much move power, movement points, and does not provoke attacks or opportunity for 1 round. Cool. Okay.
Reconnoitering.
Anyways, to the journal. Ashes from instance.
The investigation of the evidence
Usual charred
provided
leaf
the
with serrated
following
edges and tiny
information.
spines on its surface was found in the ash. Got a blast? Alright. Thank you for joining. Let's solve this crime.
Identifying key features for comparison.
Engraving on the back of the
These
compass found on the
parameters
body
will
of the
form
canvas
the
matches the
basis
coat of
for
arms of
analysis.
Corda from Rogue Trader Dynasty. I suspected that.
Identifying anomalies in visual
General scan did not reveal
representation.
injuries on the cannon's body that could have
Any
caused death.
deviation
Or
from the
gravity there
norm
mild
will be
burn,
made
likely
apparent.
toxin exposure. Suma would not be granted the opportunity to perform an autopsy in full compliance with all prescribed protocols. Without that, I cannot determine the specific toxin that caused deaths. However, anticipating your question, Hans was most certainly poisoned. Yeah. Suspicious servo skull. It's possible to track the signal. Cool. Can I, do that? Gun bottle. What is it? Anisec contains a high concentration of a poisonous substance. Nobles teach their offspring the art of poisoning from the day they take their first steps. It could be more elegant than disposing a competitor without staining a new pair of gloves. At the moment it fell to the chapel's floor, the Anisec bottle was still tightly sealed with the wax bearing the imprint of an Aquila. Drank the poison. So, wasn't drunk. Verified by the governor's enemies in attempt to kill him. He was served at the chapel in an attempt to kill a rogue trader at Aspis Corda. Okay, so it definitely seems like so, someone poisoned the, threw poisonous, things into the, the incense burner to choke out everyone in the room. And it seems like something else that was supposed to happen in here was someone was supposed to be given a bottle, of poison. So, someone was attempting to poison someone with this toxic drink. And before that could happen, someone else poisoned the place by throwing stuff into the incense burner, which killed the Sisters of Battle. Sisters of Battle had a connection to Aspis Corda. Seems like a positive one. And also someone's spying on the place. So, don't know who was spying on the place. But it seems like someone was trying to kill everyone in the room. While someone else was, I think, trying to poison the rogue trader. Assuming that there'd be a meeting between Aspis Corda and the Canoness Marcella, they were trying to poison Aspis Corda. And ended up just everyone else. And people were clearly detected at the scene because there was some combat. I believe this was meant to be a target against Rogue Trader. And I'm fairly certain the width was passed. There's probably someone inside this place. I
No
feel like
sense
that
in
was
delaying.
opened at some point. So, yeah, I don't. Also, there's a missing book. Ah, it's a bot. Okay, yep, that took care of the bot. Beat. Acolyte, expect to see you accompanied by the canvas. Where is she? Thought Lady Olanthe, I have already told you everything about it. I honored your right as the first witness to report such valuable information about eclipses. I can deliver them on to one news myself without violating propriety. Lord Hex, Candace Marcilla is dead, as are her faithful sisters. Bodies were discovered in the chapel. Hex gives you a stern look. His bony face seems to turn into a mask. The news you bring is disastrous. The report spreads further. Lord Calixtus pulls out a box from the folds in his robe, issues a 4 bars through it, and then turns to the guardsmen. Step away from the doors. Any attempt to leave the palace or enter other rooms will be punished by death. Such are the orders. Dare you. I have urgent business. Stand aside or I will... You're warned! No one will leave this palace now. I would like to say something meant for your ears alone, Acolyte. Member leans in, leaning over you with a sharp chin. Voice goes quiet, remains clearly audible. You are certain there is no need to discuss the gravity of the situation, therefore you shall be extremely direct. You must oblige if you were to find the one who could bear the punishment for the death of the canoness and her sisters. Otherwise, his eyes, unusually lively for his age, gaze suspiciously at the sisters of Alison nearby. You know the inner workings of the Lucid Palace better than anyone. Where should word useless justice start? Axe pensively adjusts the auto-injector attached to his forearm. The esteemed warrior intended to inspect every room personally for the start of the liturgy, and check on every guest in this wing of the Lucid Palace. I believe that those who arrived early might know whom she had time to speak with, and what she did before her tragic passing. Do not worry, your worship. I'll find the person responsible for the canoness's death. I was grateful to you when this unfortunate incident has been resolved. Maybe a service. Show the broken bottle from the chapel. Are you familiar with this bottle? It looks like the rarest kind. Only one such bottle exists on all of Scintilla. This precious venture was delivered along with the other gifts for the Lord Calixtus. Personally placed it in his lordship's study. Meal for now. So may have been a target against Lord Calixus. In his testimonies, I haven't even received it yet.
At once.
Listen in.
It'll work next
Right,
time.
someone's listening. Acolyte, red-haired woman you met earlier, greets you with a white smile. Too playful for your heart not to skip a beat in prospect of fresh trouble. We haven't forgotten you since our last meeting. This was Corda, rogue trader, Lord Captain of the implacable flame, and heir to the Corda trade dynasty. Of course not. Suddenly felt like exchanging a few words with you. My information loose to pass has undergone a rather unexpected and dramatic transformation. But really. Turn of events. Sounds as if you find the deaths of the canoness and the sisters amusing. Not at all. Death is common, and therefore dull. What amuses me is the turmoil this once palace has come to. Inserting a stick into a nest of void rats and giving it a proper stir. More or less what you did with your most unpleasant news. Watching the ensuing fuss will be far more amusing than brushing off the petty noodle's sycophants. She flicks her wrists, making circles of low smoke in the air. My duties have led me to many places and in too many situations. Probably too many for one person to manage. Never in my life have I witnessed firsthand a certain position at work. It's been quite an insightful experience. I would like to participate in the investigation, under your expert guidance, of course. I have no intention of interfering with your work and would rather observe from the sidelines. She taps her nails on her lips thoughtfully, covers her eyelashes and feigned modesty. I assume your higher-ups would not object. After all, an alliance with rogue traders is more advantageous and reliable than the strained relations resulting from their last move. Why would you want that? Do you really need an answer? Yet, I would very much like to know the reasons behind your wish to join my team. Implacable Flame and I have been trapped in the scintilla system by the warp storm, so no end in sight. That's meters tall stacks of paperwork await my signature upon my return to the ship. Spires have nothing to offer but whiny grovelers and embittered rats. It is very commendable of you to suspect that I have some ill intention or cunning scheme in line. I must disappoint you. Rogue Trader Aspis Corda is driven by one thing alone, all-consuming, soul-harrowing, insufferable boredom. Sure, you can join. Splendid, Seneschal. Aspis snaps her fingers, and the burly man beside her straightens attention. The captain shall be taking a stroll on her own. Watch the guests. Maintain communication with the Voxmaster. Report on noteworthy events only, and you know I should be disturbed leading trifles from orbit. Cast glance at you. Spare me your courtesies. I despise feigned servility. How did I replace Epony? I think I replaced Epony. No, because Epony has Zaro hasn't been doing much. Let's replace Zaro. We have a rogue trader in the warband. What the crap? Go voice command. Frontier Commander. When Aspis Corda attacks a target within her influence, she gains +1 stack of Frontier Commander effect until the end of this turn. Aspis non-attacking abilities that increase or reduce morale change it by 1 more each stack of this effect. Character can apply modifiers of abilities and inflict negative effects to attacking abilities as well. The Disdainful Stare ability affects 3 or more enemies. Aspis Corda's next ability that grants a positive effect, but not a keystone one, will cost -1 AP less, to minimum 0. Implied even this effect has already been applied this round. Aspis Corda's ability causes an enemy to become broken. The next positive effect granted by her ability, but not a keystone one, is also applied to the ally closest to the main target within its influence, including Corda herself. Let's go with, beat this all. Let's make her like a morale build. Another talent. Let's Give increased range. Upgrade. Deceptive voice of command. 1 round. All their characteristics are increased by 15. All allies within officers influence gain +2 morale. Let's go with this one. Massive buffs. Demoralization specialist. Let's go with dual wielding specialist. What's her gear again? Yeah, she dual wields. What the crap is wrong with her fingers? Glove doesn't fit right. Those are her fingers, not gloves. Let's make a report of that. Visual. Bug report. Something is wrong with the hand and finger alignment. Angles. Hand and fingers. And holding and Aspis Florida is holding a sword. And I don't really know what more to say there. I mean, it's just, yeah. Anyways, what else does she have? Born Leader. Any number of enemies within Aspis Court's influence have their morale reduced as a result. All items gain morale equal to half. And that. Paying gain +5 fellowship, perception, Lord Xenos, intimidation, disdainful stare, born leader. Lord Xenos and Lord Heresy are fellowship based instead of intelligence. And she can become dual wielding specialist, ignoring all requirements. The Dari weapon proficiency, Crute weapon proficiency, officer, and demoralization specialist. And I was expecting her to have a higher influence because of being a rogue trader. Dual wielding specialist. Any of these special? Nope. Go with Iron Discipline for voice of command. Another talent, personal oversight. Wait, no, not personal oversight. Tactical preparation. And up a skill, let's go with go with Medicaid since I replaced a penny. Wait, I didn't replace Ebony, right? I replaced Sarah. Ah. Let's go with Lord Xenos. Skill on Lord Xenos divided by 10. And that's for her inventory. She's wielding an Eldari chainsword and just a generic pistol. Oh, that's right, I got one of those from her because she died in the combat and dropped loot for some reason. Why does that show that the force quality still affects? The force quality... I was probably bleeding. So that's cool. The pistol suffering. Yeah, this is just better. Oops, no, what is that? Armor. Any better armor for her? No, not really. And gear I can give her. Oh, it's still in ring. Well, my uses and build to grant him plus protect target gain. Got fancy gloves. They almost fix her fingers. Boots. A medkit. This blessed cannon, as God and Emperor praise her radiant wisdom, assumed there was some kind of evil mechanism inside the device. I had not to put the good weapons resolved to the test, and instead generously offered the compass to her so that she could inspect it herself. According to her testimony, the captain voluntarily offered the compass to the cadence in order to clear suspicion that the device might contain some manner of her mischievous technology. Alright.
Keeping my eyes open.
You're not Albert. Do not pester me. Okay, I won't. Use Lear. Can even talk to you? No, I cannot. Or General Udo. Are you okay? Blood of the Emperor. If one more lackey disturbed me without bringing me a glass of Amsec. One with a build so solid that her fusilier tunic strains at the shoulders, turns sharply towards you. For several seconds, her pale, almost white eyes study your face, before she exhales noisily. Fury raging within her does not vanish, but recedes to some inner depth. That's you, the servant golden throne. And that's a bot. Oh wait, no, that's actually staff. What the crap? No. What the heck? Anyways, it's you, servant with the golden throne. Didn't mean to offend you. I'm not that foolish. Praise the saints. She makes a sign of the pull over chest with a precise motion. Lord General Delectia Odo, the command of the Centillion Fusiliers Regiment, as well as other Astro Militarum units attached to the Sacred Contingent in Calixtus. To what with the pleasure. Despite the astonishing speed with which the Lord General greeted you and returned to her previous stance, you had time to notice a pressure burn on her palm, barely concealed by her white glove. I have some questions about you. I have no secrets from the Inquisition. Whatever anyone may say, General cast a withering glance into the main hall. Hard to tell if it was directed at anyone in particular. What are your duties on Scintilla? I command the Astro Militarum Sector Headquarters for Calixtus. I make wretched insects, accustomed to holding quills instead of lasguns, remember their duty to the Imperium. Rage simmering in the middle of General Udom's chest erupts in a suppressed growl. Invasion is coming. Enemy no one has prevailed against before, and all they can think about is their petty political games. But Sesfeld. The hatred and fury living within this woman are so potent it seems she is ready to personally execute every single co-pusher. I brought you to the palace. Apart from being, as you may have noticed, one of the highest ranking individuals in this God Emperor preserved sector, I'm providing security for the palace during the festivities. Lord Calixtus requested my personal presence. Waves a dismissive hand in the governor's direction, as if his invitation is not the most significant reason for being here. That'll be all for now. If no more, ask or request my file. It contains the same information. I will tell you myself. How did you receive that burn? Plasma pistol exploded on discharge. Barely had time to throw it away. Doesn't weapon overheating a common issue, especially during prolonged engagements. Experienced fighting, so you can learn to use it to their advantage. Okay. That sucks. Failed another test. Minus 20 modifier. Regarding the murder of Canoness Priscilla, found that heretic yet. Her scarred face takes on a predatory expression. Who do you think killed her? We are in a palace, and a murder has occurred here. It doesn't take genius to see that Marcellia fell victim to noble intrigues. Hax ponders to the highborn. Though he pretends to keep them on a tight leash, I believe the Canoness crosses in the house. And that is where her story ended tragically. God Emperor receive her soul. General raises a glass of fortified amsec and drains it in one go. Where are you at the moment of Canoness's death? Here, in his blasted hall, was assigning posts, receiving reports, and ensuring that the Adeptus Sororitas and their infinite wisdom do not bungle the security of the guests. And this later, say Acolyte, so let it be over with quickly. Leave, we'll meet again. Report to the Emperor. Salute to her goblin, before turning her attention back to her officers. Something is wrong with her. Anything going on
Never
here?
still for
No.
long.
Nothing to say to you, Acolyte. Unattended goods. Interesting. What this crime? Oh, it's you. Serving the depths of mechanicals, greet you with a dignified gesture. Server Skull Connect the tech priest ports, focuses lenses on you.
Acolyte of the Holy Inquisition. Before you stands the conduit of the will and the vessel for the voice of Cartesiarchus Hecatus Prime, fabricated general of the Lathe World's fleet.
The Ross is echoed by the pulsing lenses of the Servo Skull. Awareness test failed. The voice pouring from the tech priest's vox does not accord with his mood, as if the speaker and the man in front of you are not the same person.
A query is being formulated regarding the reasons for communication between a high-ranking Adeptus Mechanicus official and a lower-ranked Inquisition member.
Found this in the chapel where Kennis was martyred.
Servo Skull of the Sensoris category. Equipped with a high sensitivity auspex. A moderately interesting model. An insistent demand is being formulated for the transfer of this unit of sacred technology into the care of the Adeptus Mechanicus.
Servo Skull is equipped with a built-in vox caster, which means someone is watching the biosystem. No one but you could do that.
Analysis of the provided arguments has been performed. The individual is identified as suitable for formal communication. Important contextual information. The Lord Calixis has initiated several research-oriented expeditions. One such undertaking, despite lack of proper preparation, managed to obtain a valuable artifact which can be classified as part of archaeotech technology. Priority operational directive of the Lathe World's fleet. Extraction of this artifact for the benefit of the priesthood of Mars without notification of the Lord Calixis.
Not against the idea of obtaining a valuable artifact discovered in that expedition. Bypassing the government. Calixis is hiding in an unknown artifact in the deposit, which may be completely prevented knowledge. Proposed assumption regarding the surveillance of the chapel by means of the Servo Skull may be confirmed. Confirmation conditions. Transfer of the artifact will be in the study of Planetary Governor Marius Haxtus Cognition Unit. Additional cooperation. Absence of third-party notifications regarding these agreements. Servo Skull hovering above the tech priest turns its backside towards you, displaying a row of connected data groups. Information will be provided in exchange for the artifact. Why don't you retrieve the artifact and govern yourself?
The exchange of the artifact for valuables from the Adeptus Mechanicus reserves was scheduled to coincide with the concluding celebration events. Under the current circumstances, the final sermon is postponed indefinitely, while the need for the artifact remains.
That'll do.
Expressing a need for more functional communication, or else its termination.
Yes, a few questions about you.
The selection of a worthy topic for discussion will be taken into account when calculating the usefulness of this organic unit.
That's Metal 1 question 2, Hunter. To operate this tech priest.
This cognition unit has been granted a great honor to become a temporary conductor of the voice of the fabricator general. The immediate body is located in the orbit of Scintilla, which hinders direct communication with insufficiently augmented lay people.
What are you doing here?
Presence in this location is justified by the necessity of social contacts with the authoritative structures of the world of Scintilla. priority objective of formal interaction. Lord Calixis Marius Hax.
Well, for
The
now.
shift to less informative topics has been found discouraging.
Question regarding the murder of the sisters.
This topic has a low assigned priority on the list of topics of interest. However, as a sign of cooperation between the Inquisition and the Lane World's fleet, the information will be provided.
Who do you think could wish to murder the sisters?
The list of individuals motivated to terminate the life functions of the specified ardent servants of the Ecclesiarchy is too extensive to form a reasonable hypothesis. The memory of this cognition unit contains information exhibiting signs of being valuable, but that was previously ignored due to its assumed insignificance. There is confirmation of an excessively emotional verbal exchange between the individuals Pontifex Cartius and Canoness Marcella, which may be interpreted as a religious dispute. Mutual animosity between the specified individuals is assumed.
Okay. It must be noted that the individual designated Pontifex exhibited a prolonged absence following festivities. The procession clearly caused the degradation of his weak flesh. At its conclusion, he displayed motor function impairment and distinct limp. Probability suggests that Pontifex retreated to his chambers and remained absent until the arrival of other inquests for this specific reason. Floor filters in the chapel are severely clogged, but could be linked to the canoness's death. Probability of such a correlation is negligible. This type of machine continues to praise Messiah through its functionality until it is broken. Mere clogging will not impede its operations. What do you know of Pontifex Cartius?
Dispensing reference information. Pontifex Cartius is a representative of Archcardinal Ignato, assigned to this location to participate in the festivities and conduct the Invocatum Sanctus.
Alright, we'll come back
A
this way.
suggestion to discuss more valuable topics is made.
That's all for now.
An expectation for more informative future communication has been queued.
At once.
Greek's blood, who's been allowed in here. Wits. Our general did not even try to hide her enmity towards Canoness Marcella. Everything about this murder is quite obvious. That was exactly. Do you recall Lord Darien publicly asserting that she would never be Lord General? Well, they found him dead the next day, victim of robbery, likely story. But our other political opponents met with similar unfortunate incidents, which none of them survived. And Emperor except souls with faithful servants. So why everyone knows everything and does nothing. Well, things finally change. It's no surprise that the Fusiliers and Silenzia Sectoris sisters graced themselves so thoroughly. You all know, fish rots from heads down.
Reconnoitering.
From the head down. Good mercenary. Dude over here still complaining because he dragged me out and the boys, all three of them, lying on the ground. And for what? This appears and it's like a great sacrifice because of some defiant rabble. Some Lord General spawned as the Imperium's champions, flesh and blood. Trust to her. Honor yourself. Duty sick. Dry your tears and be proud that your sons died as Fusiliers.
Never still for long.
Immediately, unexpected. My house will not tolerate such treatment. Forget yourself. I'm awarded in Adeptus Raritas and can be. Do you wish to speak for my do you wish for my weapon to speak for me? No need for weapons, esteemed sister, but I really am expected. To the Emperor's statue.
Reconnoitering.
Richly dressed fusilier. All's calm in the area. Listen in. Tell me, my beloved wife, do you not find Lord Quix's actions a trifle inappropriate? The Agar Conservatory is full of poisonous plants, many of which were brought from a world where Xenos abound. All in plain sight, an agent of the Golden Throne in attendance? Could Governor be losing his mind? Spare me, this is the hacks you're talking about. Figure if Sandy can grow xenoplants and host the Inquisition in the same palace if he so chooses. She may be correct about this Sandy. After all, his father died from poisoning. That was a fair reason for obsessing him, if I ever saw one. Oh, I leveled up because of that. Oh, keen eye. Market chance. But on Ruthless Tactics, so it gains a more hit chance. You... Go critical vulnerability. Choking fear, I think. Actually, precision strike. Not dumb. Expose weakness. No, take that off, because that's all units. The fatal blow. Yankee 9. For you, So reinforcement. Let's go with that. We'll have exploit surroundings. We'll have agile. Oh, there's already something on defensive dash. Oh, darn it. So there was nothing else on defensive dash. So I forgot to actually give your personal reinforcement. Take aim. Alright. Mysterious artifact. There's test lines. Here. Okay. Then.
That is beyond anyone's ability.
Crap. Failed.
Never still for long.
How would you know that? Especially about Pontius Cartius. That would be scandalous. Question mark. Told me his wife's servant is. Oh, never mind. Just trust me. I think that a boy born from a death cult will be delivering the final sermon. The sanction of the Arch-Cardinal Ignacio himself. Protect us. The Pontius Cartius used to be a death cult follower. How are we supposed to attend the sermons now? What if he's twisting our divine liturgies insidiously? Scandalous. We should find out. Doom Flamer.
Every failure a lesson.
There's something I can assist you with. With the distant soldier just brushed. Ugh, crap. I don't know why, but I feel like just suddenly exhausted for some reason. I think I'm gonna be probably ending stream here. I don't know why, but I just
At once.
sudden exhaustion of just, I don't know. Servicing of the Sigma O Gamma Volt in the Palace Chapel. Furthermore, an unregistered cache was discovered. There are no mechanisms to hold the secret to unlocking it. There is reason to believe that reversing the numerical sequence might yield the desired result. The collective will decide not to disturb the machine spirits of the vault until the festivities are over. Reversing the numerical sequence. Oh wow, that is tough. Blueprints of the Lucid Palace. The parchment depicts the chaotic ventilation system that covers the entire perimeter of Lucid Palace. Marks the central cogitator that controls it. Nice.
Analyzing data using higher order algorithms. Identifying anomalies in visual representation.
Chaotic filtration system controlled by a central cogitator in one of Lucid Palace's technical areas. Control mechanisms for tapestries are not displayed on the ancient blueprint of the chapel. Instead, the scribe marked the location of the cogitator with the jammed switch, labeling it as a filter. Huh. Oh, down here. Ancient cogitator is emitting steady hum according to the blueprints found in the chapel. Through the sacred machine controls the oxygen supply system in the palace. View the event log. Huge list appears on the cracked vid screen, so in reverse chronological order. There's a significant time gap between the last two entries. Open the last log. Forces restart enabled, activating door locks, preparing external vents, awakening backup air pockets. Progress 100. Application rejected. Cause manual activation of air intake in room epsilon theta. Ritual duration shorter than 1 full day from date of notice. Reverting sacred protocols. Switching the vents to normal mode, deactivating door locks. Filtration system purge status delayed. Occasions indicate a recent manual activation of the air intake within one of the palace rooms. Ultimate log. Failure. Filtration system. Manual system restore required. Waiting. Study the area or logs. Uncle's past events containing data malfunctions, automatic control protocols, and status of outdoor atmospheric sensors. This logs date back through the centuries of this palace's existence. Okay. Current system status. 100%. Functional. Okay.
Never still for long.
Wounded tech priest. Tech priest stands motionless with his hand slightly raised. The only movement is of his middle metallic fingers, which flex and straighten from phalange to phalange, each one entirely independent of the others. Yes, thou know neither rust nor dysfunction. Still thy cogita drives the sparking machine. Non-servant non-silent must speak. From all tech heresy, preserve thee, preserving the canons of operation. The machine gun bless these automatics. And after completing witness, does return its attention to you. Registering new unit. Status unassigned. Provisional categorization allied. Further contact is prognosticated as favorable. Tell me about the incident that occurred between the Adeptus Mechanicus and the Adeptus Sororitas. Have exchange approved. Find your query. Where was the Fabricator General at that time? The unit designated Hectus Prime was present via Voxen. Connection was severed at the onset of the armed confrontation. During this period, we received no directives from the Fabricator General. Our queries returned no response. Armed confrontation. Elaboration. This fact merely confirms it was in Fabricator General Hectus Prime, where he said, only a servant non-Messiah is capable of executing the master of the will with rationality and precision. Priest scans through this case. Implication. Unlike lay people who are prone to heed the voice of the flesh more than the voice of reason. That'll be all.
Reconnoitering.
I think I'm going to be ending stream here. I don't know why, but I just suddenly feel incredibly exhausted. Representative dispute during the fight between the Suspect and Depths Mechanics Creets. So what the crap is this battle between the Deptus Mechanicus and the Sisters of Battle? This battle being distracted by conflict detectors, the 5-degree general infiltrated the chapel to install constant service school. This is a battle being distracted by conflict detectors, 5-degree general infiltrated the government studies, still the artifact store there. Chapel to plug up the air filters. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna be in stream here. I don't know why, but I just can't think. My mind just feels clogged. So, I'm gonna be ending stream here. I will be continuing Warhammer 40k Dark Heresy Beta come next Friday. My next stream will be Peninsula growing in you or something. Ah, that would suck. But no, I had sudden wave of exhaustion. Don't know why. Well, yeah, that's gonna be it for our stream today. Taking this next Friday. Next stream will be next Monday with Elden Ring. Let me get that re-downloaded actually. And yeah, that's gonna be it for today. So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, follow, join Discord, all these things. It helps out and whatnot. That's all it said. That's gonna be it for today. I already said that. Anyways, sorry. Have a good time, whatever time zone you're in. And yeah, bye for now.